U2TV post-game report. We're here with the winning coach, Mike Grasso of the Niskayuna Civil Warriors. First, before we get started, Danny Smalls hit 14 straight free throws. Is that a school record? I don't know if you looked into that yet, but let me know.
I'll have to look into it. I'm just really happy that he got to the line 14 times. I mean, he's being really aggressive and strong with the ball, too. So that's an important thing for us.
He had 34 points total, and he had like 20 before, 20-something at halftime. Talk to me what got it to him to get him get into the offensive production like he did.
Yeah, I think they pressured us a lot, and that put Daniel in a situation where if he could go by, it was going to open things up, because if you can beat two off the dribble, now you're in a 4-on-3 situation, a 3-on-2 situation, and he thrives in that situation, really. So, and we saw it tonight, and he got our team shots. We did knock some down early, but he really took the lead on the scoring end of it when we really needed him to.
I seen when Gilson hits, man, your team just moves a little different, and he had a couple shots today when Albany High was trying to make a little, step in the right direction. Then Gilson came through and knocked something down. Talk about his importance of getting him right, stretching down the stretch here in this later part of the season.
Well, I mean, we know everybody on our team has the utmost confidence in Ethan. He's one of the best shooters in Section 2, and he's developed into a scorer this year. He's doing a lot more with the ball. He's created more assists for guys, assist opportunities. We may not score it all the time, but he's getting in gaps and creating shots for other guys. But we really needed him at that time. We were getting tired. You could see it a little bit. And Ethan hit the three, and then he hit the fadeaway in the lane, and then he hit another pull-up there in the lane. So very timely scoring. He could do that all game for us, and we just got to, hopefully he just continues to breed that confidence that he's got going, and it's going to propel us moving forward.
Now, Garrett and Poem, I thought Garrett played a splendid game. I mean, he didn't score much. He had about 4 or 6 points, but his rebounding, his presence on the boards, help defense and everything else tonight, and Poem, I started to see him getting more aggressive offense. We talked about those two guys.
Well, I mean, the two of them together, their chemistry has gotten so much better over the course of the year. And even with Brady being out, that allowed those two to play together a lot. And, they feed off each other. They both go after the ball. You see it. When the ball goes up on the glass, those two are fighting each other for the rebounds, and that's exactly what we want. So there's a little bit of competition there between the two of them. Garrett has just been so steady for us. He brings an energy. He brings a confidence. He brings a toughness to our team. He might not score. He might score 4 points. But it's okay, because he's got, I think tonight he had like 10, 11 rebounds. And, the thing that I always tell him, Garrett, you're always boxing out the biggest, strongest kid on the other team. So you might not get as many rebounds as you should, or that other people think you should, because you're boxing out the biggest, strongest kid. So other guys are coming in to grab the rebound. And that's just that's a team effort, and he's a team player. And, as far as Poem goes, really pleased with his development. He's a great kid. I'm very tough on him. I think he's learning how to adjust. I teach him a lot in practice, in games. The emotions get you, so you want to see him do the things that you just did yesterday in practice. And as a young kid that's very inexperienced, sometimes it doesn't happen. And Coach doesn't really have the patience all the time for that. But in practice, he's doing all these things, and we see flashes, and then we see the consistency coming. And now we're 18 games into this thing, and you're like, man, this kid's a player. And it's really a pleasure to watch him.
Yeah. Go ahead, Coach.
Coach, I can talk about things ad nauseum and what you have done and what the program has done. We covered y'all at length a lot. I want to ask you, how do you feel about your trajectory of where the program is trending to from your idea of taking over? Is it right where you want to be, right where you want to go? Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think as a program, I couldn't be any more, as the leader of the program, I couldn't be any happier with where our projection is for our program. We have great juniors. We have a solid sophomore class with depth, continuous depth. We got shooters. We have young guys. We have kids that are on the bench that don't really play for us, that they could play for other teams in our league, and there's no question about it, as young sophomores. And then we have a core group of young kids, 7th, 8th, 9th graders, that just continue to get better. And the development is coming from our younger levels. Our coaches are doing a heck of a job with them. And I'm just looking forward to, obviously you got to stay in the moment, but you see the kids day in and day out. You see them on the freshman team. You see them on the JV team. And you can't help but be excited about the future of our program. It is headed in a great direction to just continue this upward climb.
Well, one thing I would tell you, Coach, is it starts at the top, obviously. And my projection when you first took over this program where you would be successful and it would be going in the right direction, I guess my projection is right because you guys are doing a tremendous job, fabulous job, Coach. And I just want to commend you for what you're doing here and continue good work. And I wish you the rest of the success down the stretch. Section playoffs is upon us. You guys are poised and you guys look ready.
Yeah, we're ready. We appreciate the support as always. You guys have been great to us since day one. Sitting up in that stands right there, straight across, right on that diagonal
100%.
from our bench against Schenectady. And I'll never forget that. You know, that was my first year. And, you know, it was great for you guys. I think you've done tremendous things for our section and the kids in our section. You're bringing attention to kids that really deserve it. And there's not enough of that, in my opinion. But you guys really promote them. And because they're good basketball players, and our section has tremendous talent and really, really good teams. So I think we got to continue to promote it and do it because we got to follow your lead. I think a lot of people got to follow your lead.
Appreciate you,
Thank
Coach.
you, Coach.
Thanks
Thank
a
you,
lot,
guys.
Coach.